Hello there. I'm Malik Shah and I will be presenting Unpredictability and Scarcity and Gamification. So, first slide, gamification of working out. The goal, which is I want people to be healthy. I don't need them to be ripped or jacked. I just want them to be healthy. I don't want people to be concerned about their day-to-day life because of like eating habits or whatever. If they just work out 3 to 4 days throughout the week, I feel like that's a good way to stay healthy. So that's really just my goal. I don't think that much else needs to be done. I don't think you need to be in the gym for 4 to 5 hours at a day, 5 days a week, 7 days a week. No, I'm not trying to make you the most perfect human life form. I just want you to be healthy. Speaking of that, we will go into our first topic, unpredictability. Okay, so unpredictability, here's a textbook definition: inability to predict or changeability. Another good term that we like to use in gaming is random. Because, I mean, really that's what unpredictability is, right? It's just random. Something you can't predict. So, it's random. So these three work really well in gaming in general, but these are some of the ones I really thought were kind of decent for mine. Now, I wouldn't do slot machines or gotchas for my game. It would be more the random or reward. So, I don't know. You log in on a Friday. You've done no workout yet. You just get a random reward, like maybe a hat or a sweatband, something to like give it to your avatar or something of that nature. It doesn't really have to be something crazy special, but it was a reward you didn't think you were gonna get. I mean, it was a reward you weren't prepared to get. You probably weren't gonna. You maybe didn't think to go to the gym that day. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna log in on Friday, and on Friday you got a reward. It was completely random and it had no sense to it, but it's one of those things that kind of that unpredictability keeps you wanting to log in. Sudden and unexpected rewards kind of goes in hand with the random reward, but this one kind of has more of the word for it. It's not as random as one would think. So this one is more like you were in town when someone else did their quest, so you get EXP or you get I was here when this happened thing. So maybe you're at the gym working out, you're doing your, I don't know, leg day or whatever, and someone else is doing their arms day, and it's like unexpected partnership. You get this cool reward because you were doing your workout in the same place someone else was doing their workout. Had nothing to do with the workout you were doing, just you both were working out at the same time in the same gym, both using the same app. So here's a reward for both of you, and things of that nature. And then Oracle effect, which I think is the key of the three. It's when you make the users, or you have users make predictions. It doesn't have to have a reward, can, but just curiosity makes them want to see if it'll come true. So a good way that I think are describing it is if you see the leaderboards and you see on the leaderboards the top 3 to 4 people, and they're pretty close. Like there's no like 100 101 200, so like they're all close to like 100 101, maybe 103 or 105, and let's say this is just like push-ups or something like that. And then the app would say, hey, of these first 5 names, maybe one random name, who do you think is going to be on the top of the leaderboards next week? And it's just a nice little fun way to participate. I mean, it could grant you a reward, doesn't have to, but it's just one of those things that's unpredictable because you don't really know. Maybe the number 1 guy doesn't work out that week. You don't know that, but maybe he doesn't, and so he doesn't even get his name up there that week. And so you voting on him is like a risk in itself. Maybe the number 2 guy has started increasing his like weight capacity, so now he can do way more than the number 1 guy, and then just things like that. That unpredictability, it offers for a sense of fun as well. It keeps people playing. On to the next topic of scarcity, or you know what? Let me read the definition first. So what is it? A state of being scarce or a shortage in supply. I also added rarity to the end of that because that's what we know it as. It's a rarity. you're not typically rushing or looking for the commons or uncommons as they are in high amount. Maybe not in high demand, but they're in high amount. It's the legendaries and the rares and the epics and the whatever game you play, whatever the highest tier, mythic maybe. Just looking for those. Those are the hard ones to find. The hard ones that come across that scarcity. And so, one of the first ones that I have here are the appointment dynamics. So, I personally believe that daily quests should be daily. And in this case, I mean, if I was to make the app, the daily quest would be daily. So if, I don't know, you log in, you see daily quests, you're like, daily quest is due 50 push-ups. Nothing too crazy, but it's a doable quest. And you do that, you get that done, you get maybe, let's say, a little reward for doing your daily quest, maybe EXP, maybe a prize for your avatar. Whereas a dude who maybe couldn't log in that day because he had something going on, couldn't, and so he misses it, sees you with it, maybe it's one of your best friends, he sees you with it, actually, you got it, like I got it from a daily quest yesterday. That scarcity kind of adds to it. It's like, dang, I didn't really think that I couldn't get this, if I didn't log in yesterday. Like, I didn't realize I had to, like, be on top of it every day. And you can also do it with, like, other things. So you can do, I forget what they're called, but it's like logging in every day kind of checks off a box. And if you log in every day for enough times, you get this really big reward. And it's kind of like that, it keeps, like, not logging in for that day means you don't get that reward, and then you don't get that reward for, let's say, the week as well because you missed a day, so you no longer can get the 7 day straight thing or whatever. Kind of the same thing. That scarcity. And then dangling. So, like, the prize is visible but out of reach. So if I don't think the game is going to be this, or the app would be this smart, but let's say it is, and it can see that you've done a consistent 50 push-ups every week. Now, it could assume that you are capable of doing maybe 75, so it's like, hey, if you do 100, I'm really sorry about the noise outside. If you do 100, you got this super cool prize right here. Just kind of just dangling in front of your face. Can you do the 100? Maybe. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. But it's doing that because it knows that you've done, now in this case, like I said, I don't think the app would be that smart to dictate how many, like how your workout is. But the point being, it's doing that to, like, dangle that in front of you. Or maybe you're just starting, and so it's like, hey, you run 5 miles, really cool prize for you. You just started using the app. Maybe you can't run 5 miles, but it not only incentivizes you to do so, it's that scarcity, because if it's like, I forget what it's a limited time offer right here. This goes away in 3 days. You have 3 days to get this complete. It's like, dang, I really got to get this, because if I don't, it's gone. And then prize pacing. So this one is like rewards after a certain period of time, or milestones. Typically seen in a lot of games where it's like after a certain period of time you get this reward, or after a certain milestone you get this reward. Basic stuff. I mean, I wouldn't call that one too complicated. I did my 10 push-ups, then I did my 20, then I did my 30, my 40, then my 50. I got to 50, I get a prize. Same process repeats until I get to 100. I did my 100, I get my prize, and so on and so forth until you have earned everything in that, I'm going to say section, and then you can go to the next section. Let's say sit-ups next, and so you do everything in the sit-up section until you get everything. It's really just like pacing out the stuff so you don't get everything all at once. And so that there's some reason for you to continue to come back, because you can only get those through doing this. It is rare in that degree. And so, last but certainly not least, what I believe would be the best motivational methods of the 3 that I chose, for my app or for my gamification goal, is the Oracle effect. Because I don't know, after reading over a lot of the examples, I think the Oracle effect is probably the best for working out, because it's just people who like sports love gambling, or like love to like do a little bet. Like, it doesn't have to be a money bet, but like a friendly bet. Now, it's not to say that every person who uses this app is going to love sports, but most people probably would. or have some, inclination to it. And that oracle effect of being able to like say or look at the people in your group community who use the same app, and it's like, hey, this dude is consistently on top. This dude is consistently second. There's a little vote right now saying, who do you think is going to be where next week? I'm going to vote for this dude to be on top. I'm going to vote for this dude to be second. I'm going to vote for this dude to be third, so on and so forth. And then getting that read the next week, and it's like, oh, they switched. What in the... it has to be rigged. There's no way. And it's just, no, it's just a vote. Maybe the dude who was on top all the time took a break. Or, life happens. And so that oracle effect thing, I really think it's just amazing for a working out, because what if you're on the list? For all intents and purposes, what if it's like, oh, today's sit-ups, and I'm really good at sit-ups, and I'm at the top of sit-ups typically. Oh, but this dude is always right behind me. So I'm actually going to vote for myself to be first, because I'm going to push myself even harder this week so that this dude doesn't beat me. And it just has a good effect overall. And then the appointment dynamic, I think, is really good, because not only does it push for you to use the app every day, or, as every day as can be. You using the app is equivalent, put quotations around equivalent. It's like you working out is the hope. So you logging into the app is like, okay, I'm going to go work out. And so if you're logging in that day, getting your appointment done, so to speak, or your daily quest done, it's really like, it's doing two things. And it's not only just getting you to log in for some reward or whatever the reward may be, it's also getting you to work out. It's also getting you to go to the gym or do maybe a brisk run outside, just whatever that case may be. And I think those two are the best, just because like they both add something, not only to the app itself, but they add something to the person as well, the person participating. So like the oracle effect, yes, it also adds that predictability, or not predictability, unpredictability, but it also adds a sense of want to the person who's playing. Like I'm on the vote this time. I'm gonna try really hard to be number one. Or the appointments where it's like, oh, today they want us to do sit-ups. Man, I can do sit-ups easy. And so they log on, they do their sit-ups, and if they're doing it every day, they're working out every day. It's kind of a win-win for me, and that's why I think those two are the best. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions whatsoever, I am always down to answer them. Have a good day.